Our next guest is Dan Winters. Come on up here, Dan, from Amazon. How are you? Oh, you got applause. Oh, what? Dan with fans. Dan's got fans. That is amazing. Okay, you're the first.
Where's my checkbook?
You got to pay your one fan?
PR agency is over there in the...
That's awesome. Well, many of us use Amazon services, so I'm not surprised you have fans. So welcome to GamesBeat University.
Thanks for having me.
Oh my gosh! So we're going to talk about. I know we're going to talk about solutions, but I think we're going to start talking about baseball.
Really?
Oh yeah, we're going to start with baseball. About sports fans inside of our Twitch, Twitch chat here. Dana's fans doesn't.
What is it?
Okay, that's hilarious. Sorry, it was a damn Daniel reference because you're not wearing Vans, and someone is owning that they're like, damn Daniel, you own Vans. Okay, we'll talk about game stuff. Is the head of business development for Amazon Digital Games.
Yes.
Amazon Digital Games, I know because I did my homework, is actually an end-to-end solution for developers.
Yes.
Who are trying to create, distribute, and manage their communities in the game space and monetize.
That's correct. In fact, we believe that very soon communities are a bigger and more important part of making games, distributing games. You think about communities and user-generated content and how we actually feed the games, how we interact with games through Twitch. We watch games. We participate with games.
Twitch, like we're on.
Like we're on. That's right. Twitch. That's right. Good plug.
And that's great because we love you, Twitch. But I also love baseball, so I want to go back.
Okay, we're going back.
So let's go back.
It always goes back to baseball with me.
Okay, so you were a pro ball player. I want to hear.
I was.
As someone who maybe didn't develop as much past T-ball as I could have.
You had potential.
I didn't.
I can see the way you walk around. There was something in there. You could have done it.
I could have played. I was like an up close shortstop.
I got it.
T-ball.
I got it.
Right there behind the pitcher, making things happen, making that throw.
Yep.
Coaching.
Got it.
You got the coaching. Tell me your pro baseball story. Tell me. Wait, did you get
There's
drafted?
really no story.
Did you get drafted?
I did.
What? Come on.
I played baseball at Indiana University.
Go Hoosiers.
And got drafted after my junior year by the Oakland A's. And, I don't want to bore everybody with these stories.
I'm not bored.
Really
Tell me the stories.
But my claim to fame was I was traded for Dusty Baker in 1985.
Dusty Baker's still in the game.
Yeah.
You launched Dusty Baker's career.
Was the nicest, maybe the nicest man on the planet. I saw him about a month later. I had been drafted. I had been traded already. And the way that they do it is they call you the night before. Okay. They say, hey, Danny, listen, we love you. It's terrific. Not really, but they say it.
Yeah.
And they say, we love you, but you've been traded to the Giants. Trade for you. Congratulations. We look forward to seeing you.
Yeah.
Now, they're in Scottsdale in spring training. Yeah. The Giants are in Scottsdale in spring training.
Sure.
So what happens is I show up the next morning. They've already packaged up all of my bags.
Yeah.
They packed me, took my catcher's helmet from me, which was my favorite, by the way.
Okay.
And drove me in the Oakland Athletics spring training camp.
Arizona, yeah.
To the Giants camp about a mile and a half away.
Okay.
Dropped me, kicked me out of the van, kicked my stuff out of the van, said, good luck to you. Door closes. That's it.
And you're at spring training for the Giants.
I'm at spring training for the Giants.
Okay, so you're trying to think if you're going to go to Tucson, you're going to single A, double A. Wait, who is catching? Wait, let me think if I can do this. Who was catching for the Giants back then? Who was the catcher for the Giants?
Bob Brenly was the big league catcher.
He's eyeing you. He's like, what's this about?
No, he's not eyeing me. I'm some little bitty guy. He's like, hey, yeah, cool. Okay, hey, listen, by the way, now Bob was actually a really nice guy. Gave me his shin guards.
Okay.
We went to go see them. We were playing. Will Clark was our first baseman. Charlie Hayes was our third baseman. We ended up winning the championship that year.
I'm sure you did.
But so we go to then Candlestick, and we're going to see the Giants play. Yes. I think they're playing the Dodgers actually. And we go to the clubhouse, and Bob was so nice. He gave me shin guards. I got blue cleats.
Yes.
They were just giving away stuff away.
Sure.
Now the equipment manager did not want Bob to give away those shin guards, and so he took them back.
What?
So we went out to see the game. I come back, shin guards are gone. No, not that. Don't take them back.
Oh my God.
So, anyways, and so the end of the story is that I went to a club about a month later, and Dusty was sitting in there.
Yes.
I said, "Hey, Dusty, listen. I want to introduce myself. My name is Danny Winters, and I want to." I was just recently traded for you, and he could have been a real jerk about it, right?
Sure.
Because I'm a nobody. I'm a little bitty junior, minor league player.
Yeah.
He's going to be a Hall of Famer, probably.
Yeah.
had a very healthy career at that point.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, no kidding. Come here. Sit down for a second. Come here." And he says, "So tell me about yourself." And he just invited me to sit down and visit with him. And then he says, "Look," he says, "who's your favorite catcher?" And I said, "Johnny Bench."
Yeah.
The reason I caught it was because of Johnny Bench. He says, "You know what? Ted Simmons, the best catcher
Cardinal.
ever." Right?
Yeah.
And so Dusty was gracious enough to visit with me for a while. I've since been in touch with him through the years.
That's awesome.
He's one of the nicest men on the planet.
Okay, we're going to bring it back for everyone. Sorry,
Yeah.
I love baseball. You don't get these stories at any other conference.
Only here.
Only here.
That's right.
So, you know what? I'm going to consider the trade industry.
Okay.
Because I'm going to say
I'll go with that. Sure.
Dusty, we gave to baseball. Hey,
Sure.
Dusty, you got that. We got
I'll
Dan
go with
Winters. Dan, you're at Amazon. What is Amazon doing for developers? Okay.
Well, we're providing an end-to-end solution. You're right.
Okay.
So, as a part of that, we have a technology engine
Yeah.
that's called Lumberyard. Small piece of the 4 things we're providing, the many things we're providing.
What are the
4
4? I'm at home. I'm taking notes. Lumberyard, I think, is a repurposed Crytek, reimagined Crytek.
It's actually not.
not?
It
Okay.
started there. It started 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Amazon made a significant investment, bought CryEngine,
Okay.
and then decided to customize a technology foundation for what we thought, where we thought game development was going in the future.
Okay.
So we started building a technology platform for the future.
Okay.
And it included what we call the 4 C's.
Okay.
So there's a client.
Yep.
So that's the engine.
Yep.
There is cloud. So Amazon Web Services, pretty good.
Does everyone know what that is at home? You're probably on them right now, but does everyone explain to people? They might not even know what the web service is, what it means.
Servers, live services. There are, in fact, I heard recently. I was just on a tour talking, and there are over 750 different types of services available from Amazon Web Services.
Yes.
It's a lot, right?
Yeah.
And geared towards customer obsession.
Yes.
So, Amazon has this rhythm about it,
Okay.
and these commitments, and it's all customer-centric.
Sure.
And so everything we do is about long-term customer-centric initiative.
Okay.
And so Amazon Web Services falls in that category as well. So every bit of investment we make is all about the customer.
Yes.
And there are many of them.
Okay.
So 750 some services. It's great, right?
Okay.
So that's cloud.
Okay, it's 2.
And then community,
3.
which obviously Twitch, a whole lot of folks out
Which
there.
we're on.
Right?
Hello,
We're on.
Twitch audience.
Hello, Twitch.
Pound Dusty.
Right?
Homer Simpson. That's funny.
And
Okay, that's funny.
So you get community in 2 ways from Amazon, right? You get activity, and then you also get Amazon.com. A whole lot of folks are Prime members. A whole lot of folks use Amazon in different ways.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
Yes.
Big community.
Yes.
Right? And then the last is commerce.
Okay.
Right? So when we started talking to developers, we started saying, hey, look, we want to learn about the games business. We want to learn what is most important to you as a developer. Developers told us 3 things.
Okay.
First is speed.
Okay.
So developers want to make things quickly so they can focus on more important parts of their development.
Okay.
Innovation, quality, how to help your game succeed, all those types of things, right?
Yep.
So speed, tools and services that help you move quicker.
Yes.
Have infrastructure already built for you. Do it yourself. You can focus on the more important parts of your development.
Sure.
Right? Speed. Second, reach.
Okay.
We make a great game.
Everyone's already on Amazon.
We make a great game.
Yeah.
Reach.
Yeah.
So you know what? How do you reach a whole lot of folks around the world?
Sure.
You utilize the services for community around Amazon and Twitch.
Yeah.
Reach.
You can drop me that game in like 2 hours. You could drop it like you could be like, Gordon, you want this, and it's there. Okay, got it.
Right,
okay.
And then the third is commerce or monetization, users.
Okay.
Okay. So we make a great game. We find a way to get it to the hands of millions of people around the world.
Sure.
We want to understand how users are playing our game so that we can better serve our audience.
So how do developers interact with y'all? Are they going to a website and getting info? Are they dealing with Amazon reps? Are they going to Amazonicon? Like, what are people doing to actually? Hey, working title. Working titles.
It's good. I love that.
Working titles, right?
Perfect.
So, okay. Like, how do developers actually engage? Like, they hear this. They go, okay, I want those C's. I want them. What do they do?
Well, there are many ways you get access to the services, right?
Okay.
So first of all, there's a website, right? Amazon.com/GameDev. You can go and get all the information that you need from Amazon. And our goal is to be a one-stop shop for developers so that there's anything you want to know about how to make a game, how to distribute a game, how to play a game, news. Go find out what's going on in Twitch.
Yeah.
You want to hear about Gordon Bellamy. Yep. You go to the destination, right?
Yep.
The lumberyard, if you want to call it that.
Sure, as one would.
Right? You go to the destination and you find out anything you can find out about making a game.
Wait a second. This is meta for me. The lumberyard is the destination as well as the environment in which you make the game. Okay, got it.
Right, so that's my person.
I'm going to go with you. I'm going to go there.
I like the idea of you go to a place where if you want an engine,
Yeah.
you get the engine. If you want services, services are there available to you.
Sure.
If you want support, a lot of support.
Okay.
Obviously, Amazon focuses a great deal on customers, so we take support very seriously. Hands-on, white glove level support.
Okay.
Right. If you want tools, tons of tools at a place like the Lumberyard or the destination that you go to.
Are there developer communities inside of the Amazon community, or is it like a fully democratized, like, you know what I'm saying? Is it like a Library of Congress, so to speak, and you just go there and check out? Or is there actually, are there pockets of development? Because there's internal development at Amazon.
Yes.
So is that like its own thing, or external developers working with the internal developers? What is the people connection?
All one big community.
Okay.
Right? So if you think about this, if you think about our internal studios, and we have a few of them around the country, and they're all building games on our technology platform that will be great showcase product, but will also stand alone as great product in the marketplace.
Sure.
And they all have very innovative things associated with them that have to do with Twitch integration or have to do with community-driven games. We believe strongly that community-driven games is going to be rhythm of making games in the future. You think about in the past, we made a game, we put it out there, we fired and forgot it. We tried to get it to sale for 90 days, and then we kind of moved on to the next product. Yeah. And then live services. John was talking about live services.
Sure.
100% agree.
Well, Amazon is live. I mean, that's the reason I asked. Let me unpack the question.
Sure.
So, my holiday gifts, my birthday gifts, and Amazon.com.
Of course.
My wedding registry.
Right.
Amazon.com.
Of course.
And a big part of that experience are the reviews, the ratings, the shared community experience of being on it. It isn't just a store like it is actually a communication. Right. It's a community.
Curated. Right.
All of that.
Yep.
And I guess that same DNA being brought into the game development experience somehow.
Absolutely. In every way. So we are just getting started, right? So we launched in February in what we call a beta.
Okay.
Which meant that the platform was solid. It's usable right now. Our criteria.
The platform, the Lumberyard.
Everything.
All four
Lumberyard or services or tools, everything.
So
Amazon.com/game
dev.
That's right. Everything that's in there it launched in February, and we're continuing to add additional innovative features and tools and things like that to enhance the experience for the developer.
Yes.
So we did that in February, and we continue to build on it. Now, our goal is everything to do about community. So our goal is eventually to have a very vibrant, vast community of developers hanging out in a location. So if you want to find information out, you go there, you get it. Yeah. We have forums active already. So if you want information on how to use Lumberyard or our services, you can go get information from the forums from the community. We have a support staff. We have a few different tiers of support available.
Sure.
We have support staff that has to do with just information and evangelizing.
Yeah.
We have a support staff that are dedicated. Solution architects is what we call them. And technical artists and also field engineers.
Oh, so hardcore techie tech.
Hardcore techie tech.
Okay.
And then we have a very huge support organization tied to Amazon Web Services.
Okay.
Of people around the world that take in calls and answer questions.
Okay, so that's great, like how you're servicing the craft.
Yeah.
Okay, servicing developers, I get it.
Yeah.
End to end.
Yeah.
What about when I'm not creating the next hit game and I want to play them? How do I gamer experience, like is that like a walled garden, like, and I'm out in the store and I'm out on my fire living out there, and then this is like a walled universe for developers, or is there an overlap where gamers can I don't know, just sort of tap into all this that's going on? Like, this is super interesting, like having a little transparency into gamecraft.
For right now, we have something called Gems. Okay,
so
and eventually that will lead to a marketplace.
World premiere,
just announced, right?
What is Gems?
Gems are within the development environment, and they are little pockets of technology or little vertical slices, genres, or different things that we have available that are being built by our internal studios, but also can be built by external developers and incorporated into what will eventually be a wonderful, vibrant marketplace.
I'm going to ask the obvious question, which is everyone asks: how does one find a gem? Does a gem find you? Like, if I'm on my keyboard right now and I'm on my Twitch on my phone, but I'm on my keyboard, how do
Gordon,
I find
you are the gem, my
I want to find a gem. I want to go in there and be like, I am in this nook of game creation where I could somehow maybe make it my own. Like, if it sounds to me like a template, like templates for success.
That's right.
So how do I find templates for success inside of Amazon.com game dev.
You can download Lumberyard very easily. You go to the website,
PC
click
or
on the
Mac,
download.
I assume, right?
Right now, Mac is not quite ready to go.
Gasp. Okay.
PC, absolutely.
Okay.
Rocking and rolling for PC.
Okay.
Mac soon to come.
Okay,
That's
just
right.
asking questions.
So you can download Lumberyard right away. There are little tabs in there that allow you to drop down and have access to certain gems already created by our internal teams.
Gotcha.
And in addition to that, as I mentioned before, we can have a marketplace that will soon to become out in the marketplace. And so the marketplace will have gems from external developers. We are a strong believer in user-generated content, because we believe that the community is going to feed creativity in ways that maybe we can't even imagine right now.
And you don't have to. You're Amazon. You just put it out. The world will decide. It's like making a book. People find the book.
Well, just we're really humble.
Okay.
Right? We really are truly humble.
All right.
We are all about the customer. And at the end of the day, we recognize that we're just getting started.
Yeah.
So, we take a lot of feedback from folks.
Sure.
Right? So
Amazon.
We do. It's all about the feedback loop and making sure that we are addressing the needs of the customer at the end of the day. And so, look, we have certain strengths of the company that we can certainly benefit from and customers can benefit from for sure.
Sure.
Right? If you think about cloud and crowd. So
tell people what that means.
It's a little kitschy thing that we talk about, but the truth is,
Music Factory,
right?
Command and Conquer,
stuff,
Cloud
right?
and Crowd.
I like it. So if you think about cloud and crowd, you think about AWS as being a leader in the industry and all about innovation and customer service, right?
Okay.
So that's AWS, and we continue to build and improve that as a service. That's cloud.
Yeah.
On crowd, obviously Twitch is fantastic.
Yeah.
Not only is Twitch fantastic because you got a whole lot of users out there, but you also have this vibrant dialogue that's constantly going on 24/7. So in the old days, right, when we used to play Civilization, we idolized Sid Meier, right?
Yes, which we still do, Sid.
Do,
Sid, if you're watching, Sid,
I'm
down for you, Sid.
If you're watching,
I'm just saying,
Sid, I swear to you,
I
spent many hours in Civilization.
I sat in a chair one time. Sorry, we Sid stories. 20 hours straight, no food, no bath. Nobody.
Vacuum.
My God!
We used to call it the time vacuum.
Alexander the Great, liar. Can never be trusted. Can never be trusted. Fact. Sorry. Back to your story.
So instead of just sitting back and not having access to someone like a Sid Meier, now you can go on Twitch. You can talk to your heroes in real time. You can actually find out what they're thinking. In the old days, we were talking about this the other day.
Yeah.
So I played a lot of adventure games, and Al Lowe, brilliant.
Yep.
And in those days, if you look at the course of the games business, in those days, a designer spoke to game players through their design.
Yep.
And Al would, through his dialogue or through some of his puzzles or things in the game, would actually have a dialogue behind it. And if you played enough of his games, you got to know Al pretty well.
Absolutely.
And every time you played a game, you're like, oh, Al. And I would play, Leisure Suit Larry.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there and I'm doing this, and at some point they want you to find something inside the game, and I'm going, Al, where did you put it? Al, Al, where is it? Oh, I found the thing. What do I do with this now, Al?
That's awesome.
Right? No, there was a one-to-one correlation between you and the designer. Fantastic.
Yep.
Really intimate.
Yep.
And then multiplayer happens, and then all of a sudden you have a similar connection with people all over the world. And then communities start to be being built, right? And then communities start to feed that environment through real-time synchronicity, right? And so if you think about the story of games, the story happens in real time based on the interaction.
Yes.
Spontaneously, it happens between me and you playing a game.
I know. And that's as a Captain Robert. I like colonization as well, but not more. Let's not have any talk inside this chat room that's not inappropriate. Honestly, Civilization also good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so okay. So this sounds like a really healthy, exciting ecosystem that's going to benefit gamers. Right? Because at the end of the day, there's going to be better game experiences.
We're working awfully hard to get there for sure.
What do people have to look forward to next? Like, what's coming down the pike that people in this room are going to experience next? Should they be looking on the Twitch front, on the Amazon.com front, on the technology front? What's coming down the pike for fall?
So I would expect this. I would expect that for Twitch connectivity, for instance, the integration with Twitch, for there to be many, many more features about how you can actually connect with Twitch, benefit community of people on Twitch, feed broadcasters and streamers. I mean,
and Twitch games. So that's a new genre. How are you navigating? So there's games which are for Twitch, the platform.
Yep.
I know we have some. I know they're out there. I see you if you're out there. There's lots of games that are for the Twitch platform.
Yeah.
How are you supporting that new responsibility of being like the universe being on the Amazon platform that you're playing.
Sure.
If that makes sense.
Well, Twitch has a whole separate initiative called Twitch First.
Okay.
And it is dedicated games for the Twitch platform. So that instead of just, because a lot of developers, I don't want to speak for Twitch, but a lot of developers I talk to, they say, man, you say the word Twitch and their eyes light up.
Sure.
Oh, man, I love Twitch. It's so fantastic. In fact, I have it streaming in the background all day long. And many developers are trying to find ways to best utilize the tools of Twitch.
Sure.
The community of Twitch.
Yeah.
How do you feed a streamer so that they can build larger communities, so that they can actually have a more vibrant space to play in, right? And so we're building tools and services that we're starting now that I would expect to have more in the fall for our technology platform to help you do that.
Okay.
And then we have some pretty big initiatives we're investing in pretty aggressively that I can't talk about yet.
That's okay. Well, you know what? We're going to have to talk about them next time.
Awesome.
You've got to go. I've got to go. Something to do. So tell them where you want them to go.
Oh.
If they took something, like, where could they learn? Oh, wait. I know. Amazon.com.
/game dev.
Game dev. There it is.
Yep.
Dan Winters, thank you very much for your
pleasure.
time today.
Really cool, Gordon. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you always. Come here.
All right.
Come here. Good times.